let's get down to it.
Let's get down to business.
I think
Hope
I
I
just
don't get copyrighted.
no. I mean, how I don't think we'll be popular enough to get copyrighted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, maybe.
I think you have to be like uh popular enough for that to happen. Also, I completely missed the turn.
Yeah, you did. It's okay. We can just drive. I don't get lost. It's my neighborhood.
Okay, great. Okay. So I told you about the Squid Game trailer that's coming out.
Yes, you
Have
did.
Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
Oh.
I didn't want to spoil that for me because I know as soon as I look it up, all I will see on Instagram will be of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I'm actually looking forward to seeing.
You don't want to spoil it for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I did watch it. I'm very excited, and the theory that I had in my mind is kind of set in stone after watching that. I haven't seen anything else besides the trailer. I didn't even read the comments. I just watched it and I was like, this is going to be just how like I thought it would.
Oh,
Look at this, a little park.
yeah, it is.
Did you know this was here?
I did. A lot of people end up backing up here
Yeah.
and then their cars fall all the time.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, when you
Like back up into there?
in the canal right here.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's always people with like tow trucks passing by just in case
Oh.
because it's happened multiple times already.
How do you back up that bad?
I don't know. Like people can't see when they're driving, I guess.
Well, here, I'll just park this way so that
Yeah.
when I go, I'm just like,
Yeah,
phew.
happens all the time.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Guys, I promise I'm a good driver.
there's also like a little area back there that you can walk around.
Wow.
But I wouldn't recommend it because it's kind of like a Shrek swamp back there.
Ooh,
It's
we're,
not pretty.
we're in Florida, y'all.
We are.
Gatorville. That's kind of scary.
A little bit. It's
Um,
okay.
yeah, that is okay. Oh man. So, Rosa's first time ever trying slushies. She's never
Yeah.
tried them before.
We stopped at a 7-Eleven earlier because she needed gas. And I picked like 3 different flavors. And I'm overwhelmed, but I'm happy.
How old are you?
What month are we in?
Uh,
We're in June.
yes.
Okay, I'm 25.
She's
I'm
25,
gonna turn
y'all.
25.
She's gonna turn
Just about.
25, y'all, and she's never had a slushie a day in her life. So this is a monumental moment.
It's good.
It is very good. One time I took Rosa to go get boba
That was a couple months ago, to be honest.
a couple months ago, yeah, and she went crazy and picked about every single like topping that you could imagine
I thought that was
boba.
the purpose.
No, it's not. She like mixed like the jelly, the popping, tapioca,
It was
everything.
good.
She had a cup full of boba and there was like very little for tea.
There wasn't even half of it wasn't tea. It was like 85% boba and 5% tea. It was really good.
It wasn't Pride Month, y'all, but her cup was rainbow.
Rainbow.
So this reminds me of that moment.
Yeah,
where-
because I got like
yeah.
3 different colors. I had cherry, I had the blueberry, and then whatever this slime thing is. It's really sour.
I stuck to regular old blue. I know blue isn't a flavor, but you know when I say blue, you know what I'm talking about. So I don't want
Well,
to hear it in
You
the
you
comment section.
you did try. You did give it a try. The what was it?
Oh,
Oreo Diet Coke flavor? It looked nasty. I don't know. Was it good? Any good?
yeah. So it was good. Like it was interesting enough for me to like, oh, that tastes weird. That tastes different. It's good. It wasn't good enough for me to get a whole. I don't really have a big one. I have a small size icy, but it wasn't good enough for me to get a whole like to drink consistently of it.
Okay.
So yeah, there's apparently a Diet Coke Oreo icy You
Oreo
can,
gotta stop.
you, you- okay. Have you seen the new Selena Gomez Oreos?
I've seen them.
Yeah.
I like Selena Gomez, but I was not gonna buy that.
Oh, really? What flavor
I don't
is it
remember.
just Selena Gomez and that's why it's
I don't remember. I can't remember. No, there's gotta be like, I'm sure it's like a specific flavor. They've just come out with some really weird ones.
mm,
They had a Diet Coke flavored one.
Oreos?
Yeah, they've had birthday cake one. The only one that I was excited to try was the Velvet Oreo.
Yeah.
That one was good.
My mom really wants it. She's the one who told me about the Selena Gomez Oreos. And I didn't see the ad for it until recently, so I've been trying to find it. I don't know where they are. Um
It's okay. I looked it up. It's chocolate cinnamon wafers.
oh, Selena Gomez one?
Hmm
Okay. Those might
The flavor is inspired by horchata.
ooh. I mean horchata isn't cinnamon, but maybe it'll
It's
taste
also
like that.
not traditionally chocolate, but um,
That's true. Maybe it'll taste good.
if I'm offered it, I'll try it.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy some if I find it and I'll save
The
you one.
packaging looks really nice.
It does. I was excited. I really like just the way that her life is going recently without with wait,
Wait a minute.
wait.
Word your sentence carefully.
I like the way her life is looking with Benny Blanco
Okay,
and without her previous ex.
there were
Uh,
multiple, so we're just gonna say that.
the one that everyone
Knows.
no, yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Like, have you seen Justin Bieber's like Instagram and
That
just
man just don't look like he's all right, which is okay. You know, everybody walks different stages in life. Um, I just hope his is not so bad in like a couple months from now.
hmm, he looks like he's a drug addict. Like, I'm sorry, but like he's so skinny.
I
Every like I saw that performance he did with SZA, where SZA literally had to like bring him back into reality.
He was just in his feels.
I don't he was high on something. I don't know, but like he just doesn't look good and like I don't know. It
For him, man.
it's sad to see, I will say. Like I really hope I don't wake up to the news one day that Justin Bieber like overdose or something.
I hope not. That's
That's
sad. It really is sad to see like these celebrities go through that.
hmm
You remember when Britney Spears, she got called crazy. She was looked at as if she was insane because she like did her like cut off all of her hair and did basically like a buzz cut. But that woman was going through it. And so does what was this one artist? The one who used to do the big hair. Um talk about
no, I don't know who you're talking about.
she did the song
SZA? I
you
mean,
go back to her.
not SZA. Sia?
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Though her story was sad too.
big hair? Nicki Minaj? I don't.
Amy Winehouse.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That was sad.
yeah,
They literally watched that woman die on stage.
yeah. I mean, I feel like every time I like learn about or just see like the celebrity life, like even if it's like not necessarily like somebody big like Justin Bieber, like even like YouTubers or whatever, Instagram people.
Like Jenna Marbles.
So yeah, like Jenna Marbles, like I just see their lives and like for a second you get that feel of like, dang, what must it be like to be like you? But then I don't know, I see things like what's happening to Justin Bieber and I just like, you know what? I'm good living my little quaint life in my little town. Um, nobody knows really who I am and I kind of like it that way. Um, I think that though sometimes people like that may start with good intentions, right?
Hmm
Like, cause Justin Bieber was a Christian, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't necessarily, I personally wouldn't say that he's a Christian now, based off the evidence of his fruit that I'm able to see online.
Yep.
But Um, yeah, I would imagine that it would, I guess, be hard to like be a Christian and also be like famous to that extent, or living that life surrounded by those kinds of people. Because I mean, Mr. Beast is like another prime example of that. Uh, Christian, small town, think somewhere in North Carolina, whatever, and like look at him now. Like he went on a podcast. I think it was the Impulsive podcast, and he was basically like, "Yeah, I'm not a Christian anymore. Like I'm pretty much an atheist now." And so it's yeah,
Mm.
I wouldn't trade my faith for like being famous or being rich or anything like that.
So yeah, very happy for Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. It looked like they're living the dream. They're making it work.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Although, did you know that he's Jewish?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that works because I know she's a Christian and then he's Jewish. I wonder if they plan on having kids, like what they're gonna if they're gonna do like a combination or if they're gonna pick one church to go to versus another one. Um,
Could be.
shoot, what that reminded me of something else I wanted to. Oh, hello, friend. Look at them. Yeehaw.
They're having fun with
They are
their
having fun. You
oh,
know,
what childhood.
I thought in your neighborhood I would only see Mexicans.
No.
There's diversity here, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yeah. A very low crime.
Low crime?
Yeah, we don't have break-ins or anything like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. It's not Lehigh.
No, it's not. No, that's Lehigh is filled with crime. I feel
And
like
potholes.
and potholes. Every night almost I feel like I hear like people racing on the streets. Definitely illegally because they sound like they're going way too fast.
Yeah.
Um so yeah.
No, the most we ever get here is maybe like a truck will pass past midnight with really loud music from their speakers, but that's about it.
Mhm.
That doesn't happen often. It's
Wow.
just like whoever visits whoever here. And our neighbors aren't loud either, so it's quite nice.
This is a nice little neighborhood. I like
Yes.
it.
I mean, the houses are kind of like what you think of when you think of like Fort Myers houses. So take that as you will.
I,
But
uh, um,
yeah.
I will say it kind of reminds me of like North Miami. Um, which is fine. I have all my family lives in North Miami. I would live here too. I don't have a problem with this.
I um I can't compare it to the family that I have in Alabama. They I like the space that they have. That's one thing you don't find here is much space.
Mhm. Not for cheap.
No, not at all.
I mean, there's some people I know that got like a pretty decent amount of land, but it did not come cheap and it is very expensive. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, Florida right now is insane. I don't know. People say that over here is like cheaper. At least that's what I've heard
Yeah.
to buy land in Florida, but it's. I mean,
Yeah. I
I'm not.
mean,
I'm not. I can't afford it.
I was gonna say you kind of get what you pay for here. I mean, there's not really that much privacy unless you put up like a fence.
Yeah. And even that is expensive. Like putting up a fence, it's not unless you do
People
it.
don't got pools here. I'll tell you that much.
We tried. We were thinking about getting a pool at our house. But it was just so like expensive, and
And also maintenance, dude.
you have to do permits and stuff too. So it's
Yeah.
just
No.
kind of not worth it.
Maybe you just get an inflatable kiddie pool.
We have, and
Oh.
we've gotten like at least three
Oh.
inflatable ones. Above
Yeah.
ground ones, and each time the maintenance has just gone to crap, and like
Well, also like it's Florida, so when it's like the height of summer,
yeah,
what you get is a bunch of mosquitoes
mosquito bite
and flies
frogs.
and frogs, dude.
Yeah.
Frogs here, they're like a menace.
They really
I
are.
don't know what other states have. From Florida, we got the amphibians, and they're not small ones. They're big.
I've seen a couple little tiny ones, but literally like the other day, my sister went into garage and she was like, "There are two dead frogs on in the garage," and I was like, "And you know what? I saw another one dead on the other part of the garage. So technically, we got three dead frogs in our garages.
They just go everywhere.
They really do. Do you have stray cats in your neighborhood?
Oh, all the time. That too. They like multiply.
They don't stop.
There's a lady that lives a couple houses down. She's the mother of all cats. Literally, all the cats know her. They go to her when it's time for feeding. It's and you know what's so funny is that there's so many cats, but a couple of them we already know. I think I mentioned this to you before, but there's a specific cat that my dad can't stand. He's got a bob tail,
Okay.
right? And he's the nastiest one of them all. 'Cause do you know when cats go and they do their business, they usually dig up a hole and they cover it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. This cat doesn't do that.
Okay.
He looks at you directly and he poops. And it's the nastiest thing ever. He'll look at you and he's pooping. And he just gets up and he's still looking at you and he leaves. But his butt ain't clean. I don't know what's wrong with that cat. So you see when he walks off, it's his dirty butt.
Está chorreando.
I guess so. This cat just got like explosive diarrhea. I don't know. But I don't know what that cat has against my dad. He started pooping inside like he's got a little golf cart attached to his work truck. That cat will go there and he poops. And my dad, it's so funny to me. He goes outside and he comes back and he's so mad. He's like, "Otra vez ese gato cochino." It's like, can't he go poop somewhere else? Why does he always pick?
He poops in the golf cart.
Yes, he does.
In
like
the
on the seat. Yeah.
Oh my.
I don't know what it is, but it's funny.
Ooh. Compared to that, I don't have one to compare that. I'll just say the ones that are nasty in my neighborhood are just the boys. They keep like spraying all over our house, and that smell is so nasty.
Oh,
especially when it's like raining, you can smell it even more. So they just marked our house is theirs, which is like kind of annoying, but that's nobody's pooping.
Though, there was a dog named Paco. I say was because nobody can find him anymore. I think somebody took him. But when Paco was here, he's this little white dog. That dude thought he owned the place. He would go walking every single day at the same time in the morning, and then in the midday, and then in like at night. He'd just walk all around the neighborhood and he'd bark at everybody. He'd bark at the cats. And if you stared at him, or if you like even went to go to your mailbox, he'd come at you and he'd start barking. He didn't bite or anything, but he'd let you know he didn't like you. He was funny. He kept the cats out of our backyard.
Well,
but now that he's gone, it's like, oh.
And you guys got all those fruit, so they're definitely wanting to get some of that.
Well, we put sprinklers up, so maybe that'll help. And also it's a rainy season, so I don't think that they're really out much.
No, you're right. Thankfully, one of the good things that's come from a summer in Florida is the rainy season, and it's keeping all the cats away. But however, my other issue is now that it's bringing all the insects in.
Oh, yeah.
Funny story. This morning I woke up, I was getting dressed and ready, and I look over to see on my little desk that I have in my room, next to my laptop, there's a big dead roach. And I'm thinking, great, this is how I'm gonna start my morning. So I go to the bathroom, I get some toilet paper, and my plan is to shoo it off of the desk so I could step on it on the paper. I didn't want to. It looked like a juicy one. I didn't want to step on it with my feet. Or sorry, not with my foot, my shoe.
Okay, Mia.
My shoe. And then as soon as I like touch it with the paper, it starts scurrying all over my laptop, goes and jumps on the floor, and then it hides underneath like my mirror. I have this full body mirror.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man, let's just kill you and get it over with. I don't want to chase you all over the place. So I'm moving stuff around. I try to get it, and then when I move the mirror, all I hear is I lift up the mirror and I see it there, and then it runs towards me.
It was still alive.
It's still alive.
Oh.
It runs towards me, and then it just like I see like it gives up and it goes on its back. I guess I thought I would have mercy on it. I didn't. I stepped on it. I was gonna put the paper down, but I was like, if I put the paper down, you're gonna move again. So I just went for it, and yeah, that thing was big, nasty, and juicy. It was like, I don't know, it was just like wet underneath where I stepped on it. And then when I look to see like where I heard the initial crack, there's a puddle of black stuff where it was. Was I don't know what that roach was, but that was nasty. You better believe nasty. I disinfected everything.
I'm glad that you did. This is why I don't like. I'm sure you don't even eat in your room.
No, I don't.
I don't either. But like, that was one of my biggest fears about eating in my room, was that it would attract bugs.
I don't have. And I've been really good about like making sure I don't even have like water, like open containers of water or anything, because I know that attracts them too. But
it's just bugs are nasty.
Roaches are nasty.
Just get them out. That's I mean, I don't kill them, but that's kind of how I am with lizards. And with summertime in Florida, they just get everywhere. And I've seen like the tiny baby ones. That's fine. I don't mind taking those out. Like I get the sweeper and the little thing that you use to pick it up. Get that, and I toss them outside. Whatever. Go fend for yourselves outside. I don't want you in here. But the big ones, I hate those. I remember one time I was in bed and I was just like chilling, probably watching YouTube. Anyways, I feel like something moved in my bed sheets, and all I feel is like something really warm. Dude, when I tell you, I picked up those sheets and I jumped. It was this big, fat, albino lizard, dude. I freaked out. I don't know what happened. Get away from me. I ended up getting a recogedor and just picking it up and eating that thing outside.
I wanted to cuddle too.
Not on me, please. But it's so funny. I know those things like are attracted to heat and darkness, so that makes sense. But like, I don't know.
Did you start screaming?
I couldn't. I was so terrified I forgot how to scream.
Oh,
that's how bad it was.
Reminds me of the Parent Trap scene. Remember? Have you seen that movie?
I've seen the Parent Trap.
You know what scene I'm referencing?
No, tell me. Explain it to me again.
So that scene in the Parent Trap where the girls put the lizard on the evil stepmother's like water bottle. Oh! She goes with the string, and then she's like so freaked out she can't even scream.
Yes.
So straight in her mouth.
That's exactly how I felt.
Ooh.
That was nasty. I can tell you how they feel, and it kind of feels like basically, have you the warmness of a baby hand.
Ooh.
Yeah, but like no bone. It's just like
it was on your hand.
It was on my leg, dude. They were nasty.
Ooh.
As soon as I saw that thing, I went flying like 3 meters up the air, jumping out of bed.
Oh man. Oh, that's so funny. Weird transition, but so the last time we spoke, you had said that you were creating a comic.
Yeah.
Of
Groceries.
Groceries?
Yeah,
How's that going?
it's going good. It's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, anything besides bread yet?
I moved on to grapes. I did butter. Wait, I told you I did the bread, the milk, the honey,
Hmm.
butter, and grapes.
Are there any other foods in the Bible?
Yeah, there is, but like that's what I got right now.
So for our listeners that have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, right. Because we definitely didn't record a podcast before this, and it definitely did
Right,
not
is this
go
our
to
demo?
waste.
Okay, okay. So yes, I'm making a comic
Uh-huh.
type thing,
Yeah.
but it's gonna start off as like a grocery list where you like check off these items, right?
Hmm.
And what happens is when you check off one, you're gonna get a Bible verse basically. And it's like I think I mentioned to you that once I'm done with grocery shopping, I'm just gonna move on to pets. Because
Hmm.
there's like a lot of references with like animals and sin. And I mentioned to you one about like dogs
Hmm.
that I wanted to do as well, which is I'm reminded of like this really funny verse. I think it's funny. I don't know if people will think this is funny, but there's one that's like it's like you run back to sin like a dog runs back to its vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you mentioned one before, and I do not remember, but oh right. Um like a even a dog will eat the crumbs off his master's plate.
Yes. The
Yes.
floor. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
So just
so
think it's cute.
they're it's gonna be really cute to see a dog and eating vomit. Yeah, that's really cute.
I don't know why that one just cracks me up whenever I read it. Like,
Is that in the New Testament or the Old
I
Testament?
think that's in the Old Testament. Is that
Old.
not in the like the Psalms? I can't.
I think so. I was trying to think if Jesus was the one who said that.
The one for the crumbs, yes.
No, I know the one for the crumbs. I was trying to think for the one for the vomit, if that's like a New Testament or Old Testament. Because if Jesus said that, that's hilarious.
It really was.
If
If not even so, it's still hilarious.
I mean, the Bible's crazy. Um,
Like there's one about pigs, right? There's one where it's like even if you were to give wisdom to other people, like you can't be hurling pearls to pigs because yeah,
yeah,
they're not
yeah.
gonna get it.
God is sassy. I'll say that. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, okay. So yes,
ASMR. I'm gonna send an ASMR. Sorry, I'm so
are
sorry.
you choking?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry, listener. I hope you don't. I hope you don't have podcasts listening to me. I'm so sorry.
This is just our demo. It's okay.
Well, actually,
Is this our first episode?
I think so. And also,
They get all personality in one go.
well, I just feel like it's free.
It's free.
It's a free podcast, guys. So let's not.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I found the like it's in Proverbs 26:11. Like the dog that returns to his vomit is a fool who repeats his folly,
Mm.
I think. And then it's referenced again in Second Peter.
Ooh, Peter's sassy.
Peter is sassy. Can we talk about that?
I imagine Peter like this really short, just like rash, not patient, not wise, at least at the beginning.
Mhm.
Little man who was like kind of like anger from Inside Out. That's kind of how I
Yeah.
like a Jewish version, a Jewish version of anger from Inside Out. That's how I see Peter. Ready to blow up at any instant, but like when he returned to a Christian, he was ready to blow up for the Lord.
He
So,
really was. I'll read it. I'll read it to you. Second Peter, uh, 2.
mm,
Yes.
mhm.
When he quotes it, he says, "But the true proverb says has happened to them. The dog returns to its own vomit, and the sow, after washing herself, returns to wallow in the mire." Dude.
What's the context of that verse? Like, what is he talk? Who is he talking? I imagine he's talking to people that.
He's talking about false prophets and teachers.
Ooh.
Yes. And like I believe it's like if you follow these people, You're
Hmm.
only going to be led to destruction because that's what they want,
Hmm.
is to lead you to destruction.
Man, Bible is sassy. Like there are verses like the dog going back to the vomit.
Yeah.
That like you read that and you're like, wow, that's really in there.
You can't tell me God doesn't have humor.
Oh, I 100% believe he does because we are made in his image and we enjoy laughing and we enjoy humor. So I definitely believe he does. And like part of the goodness in this world is like humor. So I definitely think that he does have a sense of
Hmm.
humor. I can't imagine Jesus being on this earth and never not like cracking a joke or, you know, like even like what are you gonna do in 70 AD? You don't have a Game Boy.
You don't have phones.
There's no phones.
Just
There's not even like a ball to play with, I don't think.
Jesus did wordplay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like do some funny limericks or something.
Even when he wasn't like trying to be funny, I still got a good couple laughs. Especially that awkward moment on the boat where he's just like, be wary of the bread of Pharisees.
The
You know what I'm talking about.
the leaven of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Pharisees.
And
Yeah.
his disciples are like, what? Is he saying this because we didn't bring enough bread? He's like, what are you talking about? How do you not get it? Bro, I was cracking up.
I can't imagine. Okay, now that's one thing, right? Like you're there in the moment and Jesus says that to you. But can you imagine being the person who writes that down? Like, oh, Matthew's writing down. He's like, oh,
I imagine it wasn't like their brightest moment, but it's just like it was so incredibly awkward, I feel, or just like they really felt like they were dumb in that moment that it's like I need to remember this because next time like it's like reminder when he talks about bread. He doesn't mean actual bread, guys. It's okay.
yes. Moments like that really just kind of make the Bible shine, I think, to me,
Yeah.
because it's like if somebody was gonna make that stuff up, why would they include them looking like idiots? You know, if I was gonna create like a fake religion, I wouldn't add things that make me or the people who follow me look bad.
Yeah.
I would add just like how good we are. Or even if like I wanted to make it realistic, let's say, and like add a couple of bad moments, I wouldn't add like moments that would embarrass me or make me look stupid.
It
Um,
was a learning lesson.
so the authenticity of the Bible
I love it.
is great and it's there. You just gotta look for it. Um,
It's great.
speaking of which,
Uh-huh.
I like to watch those Jubilee videos where it's like one, I don't know, I don't think this is a video, but it's like one Trump person versus like a bunch of liberals or 25 liberals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think that's a video. I haven't seen that.
But it does sound like something Jubilee would do.
Okay, and I'm not saying I'm either or, like politically. I'm just saying an example.
Yeah, they like to do those
Yeah,
odds.
yeah. So I watched. I don't know if you've seen one that they did recently, where it was like Jordan Peterson versus 25 atheists.
Mm-mm.
No, okay. I watched it.
Was it funny?
First of all, Jordan Peterson doesn't even really say if he's a Christian or not. So it's kind of redundant for them to put, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like that as a title?
Why, okay,
Or even just
put, yeah, like, you know, like put, I don't know. They might as well just put like SpongeBob in there versus 25 atheists because it's like, you know, not to that extent, but you know what I'm saying. So, but I was watching it and it was funny because the top comment in the video was the fact that they had put not Jubilee original title being one Christian versus 25 atheists, and then 4 hours later they have to change it to Jordan Peterson versus 25 because he specifically says even in the video he is not a Christian.
Yeah.
And they still put
Christian.
one Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was just interesting to see like how a non-Christian is fighting for Christian values.
Yeah. I mean, I because there are people like that where it's like you you may not identify yourself as a Christian, and like maybe for good reasons. I don't know. You have your own reasons. You have your own free will. But it's like they agree with a lot of the Christian values.
But then why not just get the whole video was like stupid to me because I was like, he's explaining it, albeit he's very brilliant. He has a very brilliant mind. And
Yeah,
sometimes he speaks and I'm so confused. I don't understand what he says sometimes.
yeah.
But I'm just thinking like, why? Why not just get like a pastor or a Christian versus 25 atheists? Because I feel like he's missing the point. He missed the point a lot of times. He did raise a couple interesting like question or statements, I guess, where one of them was like, um, I believe that atheists don't actually know what they're rejecting when they reject God. And I agree with that. I would say that's like fair. I would say that's like a Christian perspective.
Yeah.
But again, it just ended up being him. And then like, here's the reason why I think we should have had a Christian. Number one is because yeah, while his views and his statements were technically like biblically correct, he didn't have the grace or the patience to deal with them because some of them are nasty. Not all of them. Most of them, I'll say for the most part, were very civil
Yeah.
and very polite. But there's a couple of them that are gonna get nasty, and he just got nasty right back with them. And I like,
I don't know.
like that's why you need to have a Christian because a Christian would and should have patience and love and kindness towards like people who disagree with them.
And that man just did not have any of those qualities.
No, he
No.
didn't. He started out in the beginning having them, but then towards the end, you could see that there was tension, and he started yelling at one of them, and then he got up and he's like, "I'm not answering that question. No, I'm not answering that question." And he just walks up and walks away.
Maybe he just likes to be heard.
Well, again, it's like he's supposed to be representing quote unquote Christianity, and like that's the picture. Like I've seen so many movies, and it kind of, if I could have the hot button issue here, I'm gonna press it. Okay, here's my hot take: is I've seen so many movies where Christianity is portrayed as like these bigoted, hating, um, just negative people in the movie. Like they're the villains,
Yeah.
and whatever the opposite is like the good guy or whatever. And this is just another example of portraying somebody who is quote unquote Christian and they just lose their patience and are so ignorant and short tempered or whatever. Just portray a Christian how it is, like I don't know. It's like Hollywood's idea of a Christian, I guess. Like,
Well, Hollywood's just weird about Christianity in general. Like, I don't think there have been. If there have been, I haven't seen them. Any like accurate Christian depiction of a character.
I think the only one I've ever seen, and to be fair, I think part of the reason is because Christian movies suck and they're just so cheesy.
They're just so well budgeted.
They're so cheesy.
Yeah, that's
the writing is terrible and it's very predictable. It's like, yeah, okay, you go through this really hard thing, you're reluctant at first, and then the hard thing changes you, and all of a sudden you're
Hallmark movies.
yeah, like it's like a horror. I can't stand those either. But like so, the only one that I've seen portray Christianity like good or well is I think it's called something like Hackshaw Rig or something like that.
Okay.
It was a movie based. It was a true story, based on this guy who was like in the military, and I think it was like an older war that he was fighting. I think maybe World War II or something like that. And like because of his faith, he refused to use like any guns or any weapons when he was going in actual like battle.
Oh, I think I remember this one.
Yeah. And so like he would pray and he would journal, and when he would go in to the battles, like he would basically all he did was if he would see somebody that was like wounded or down, he would pick them up and carry them back to the home base. That's all he did.
Yeah, be like, God, just help me get one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was touching.
It was touching. It was good. It was beautifully written. They hired exactly the right actor for it. Like I feel like the budget was good. Well, money well spent. And I feel like that's the only one where I've ever seen like this is what real like a real insight into what Christianity actually looks like
Yeah.
in real life, as opposed to like Hollywood's over dramatic. I can't ever say that word.
Dramaticize.
Dramatic to size.
Dramaticize.
Dramatic to
I
size.
can't say it anymore.
Oh, whatever. You know what I mean? How Hollywood just kind of like completely destroys Christianity.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I know I give The Color Purple a lot of hate,
yeah.
but like I do. I really hate that film. That woman was just getting beat left and right. I was so sad. No, because you made me watch this movie, and it was like 3 hours long.
Wait. Hot button issue button.
Hot button issue. I'm giving you my take. How could you?
Go ahead.
How could you?
Tell us how much you love The Color Purple.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why was this woman? I was so upset. Cause, okay, I gave her a movie to watch, and she gave me a movie to watch. I offered to give her, what was it? Grave of the Fireflies?
Which was, by the way,
it was
just as sad. Just as sad.
No.
It's not even more sad.
This was, The Color Purple was infuriating me. Sad. I was thinking, okay, at the beginning I'm like, oh, okay, so she's getting beat. Okay, I get it. She's getting beat. And then, like, 2 hours into the movie, I'm like, why is she still getting beat? Why? Why? And then it was like 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm like, when is she getting up and leaving this man? Dude. And it wasn't until maybe like the last 5 minutes of the movie when finally she's like, I forgive you.
She didn't forgive, she?
Yeah, at the end, well, she was kind of like, I forgive you, but not for you, but for me.
Okay.
Yeah. I was so mad and upset. Cause, no. But from like, if I were to take that movie and remove my feelings of just outrage, because it was pure outrage.
Yeah.
She would have been like a good depiction of a Christian, because even throughout all that abuse she was suffering, at the end of it, she did find strength
to forgive him.
Yeah. And like walk away from that a little bit successful. I can't say a lot, but a little bit.
I would say she was really successful. I mean, she got reunited with her family.
Yeah.
You know, so, and she forgave him. Like, oh no. Ooh. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's see. Not. Next time I won't drink doing this. I'm so sorry for this unintentional ASMR. I'm so sorry. I felt it coming too. I was like, no, I can't stop it.
Yes.
Anyways, I think, I think The Color Purple is really, listen, I think it's a classic. It's a classic for a reason, because it is, it is like, yeah, it's sad, because that's kind of like how actually their lives were, you know, as a Black woman in that time period. You just got beat, and it wasn't like, I don't think in that time period it wouldn't be such a big issue as it is now. It would be like when, you know, whatever, people discipline their children, it's the same way they would they would just beat their wives.
Yeah.
But I would say that's a good depiction of.
I don't think they needed a musical for it though. Like
Oh. Did I tell you? Did I ever tell you that I actually watched some of it?
Okay. Was it the same thing but with songs? Because that's what I got from the trailer. I really looked at that trailer and I said, so somebody looked at The Color Purple, they saw that 3-hour movie of her getting beat and thought, let's turn it into a musical. I don't know. Whose bright idea was it? Was it good?
Maybe they just wanted to have a positive spin to it, like you said it needed.
Did you like it? She's silent.
I watched like the first 10 minutes and then I was like, no. I can't. Like, I can't remember if she got beat like during the duration of the time that I was watching, but it was definitely like whenever Mister was in.
Yeah, he was creepy.
Yeah, it was like like they were singing and dancing, but it was still like creepy. And I think they like, I don't remember. I don't know. Like I only watched like 10 minutes of it, so I didn't watch the full thing. But
Yeah.
whenever it was like a time for him to beat or rape her, like they would like not, they would hint at it, but they wouldn't show it. You're right though. That didn't.
That did not need a musical.
That did not need a musical.
And also, if you're gonna censor it, why? That's not the color purple.
Yeah, you're right.
That's like mauve.
Mauve?
That's a shade of purple.
Oh.
That's not the color purple, I'll tell you that much.
The color mauve? That's funny. No,
Periwinkle.
oh
say
man.
that.
Yeah, it was not good. I mean the singing was good. They had that actress.
Sure.
They had the actress Halle Berry from
Okay.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, well, that's not what she's known for.
No,
No.
it was not.
Like I don't know what the box office reviews is for that movie.
I don't think
No.
I don't think it's good. I don't even remember seeing it in theaters, honestly. I just one day saw it, I think on Netflix or something, and I was like, "Oh, it's a musical."
Uh,
uh
Who's got 81% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Whoa. So maybe we're like way left field and everybody who's listening just absolutely loves the
I'm
musical.
sorry if you love it. I will never change my perspective on it. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Rosa really did not. I think you have a certain bias when it comes to like maybe that's your trigger. Like,
Maybe it is.
when you see women getting beat on screen. You just...
Well, I mean, okay. No, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, but it's not just the color purple. I think it's just like when it's women
getting beat
or getting cheated on or abused or anything like that, and that's their whole character. I can't.
It sounds like you have a specific example in mind.
Yes, The Greatest Showman. Hot take button. Boom. I'm so sorry. I know there are a lot of people who like The Greatest Showman.
I'm one of them.
I know you. And I've expressed this to you on multiple occasions. I do not like that man for many reasons.
Yeah.
But like the biggest one is he went and he had like this emotional affair with that other woman.
Didn't he kiss her too? Like
she kissed him, but it's because he kind of led her on.
Yeah, so he did cheat because he kissed her. So it was emotional, but also turned physical.
Yeah, it did. Like they were sleeping in a train or whatever they were riding, whatever transportation they chose.
Mm-hmm.
She like snuggled with him. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that scene. I remember that scene vividly because I was outraged. Because I'm like, what do you mean you left your wife and kids to go travel the world with this person that's not even your wife? And you're sorry. I was so mad. And then at the end of it, you know what happened? After she had basically she saw, she didn't find out from her own husband or even from the mistress. She found out because back at home, while she was waiting for her husband, like probably praying for his safety out there and his success, she found out through a local newspaper that captured the exact scene where she kissed him. Right?
Yeah.
And then she moved back in with her parents after her parents were like, yeah, that man was never good for you. I never thought he was good enough for you. And at the end of it, what happened?
She forgives him, doesn't
she? She does.
Christian.
No. That man should have wallowed a little longer, is all I'm saying.
Christian morals? Forgiveness? Question mark?
Not getting back. Forgiveness does not mean she needed to get back together with him immediately.
You're right.
That was infuriating to me. I
remember vividly having this conversation with you when we had that coworker that
was passionate about
The Greatest Showman, and I think she just had a crush on Hugh Jackman, but
I think so, but
it was funny to see that interaction. I'll say that.
He was a great actor, but it sure didn't make me love him.
Oof. Well, I think maybe he did his job then.
He did his job in making me absolutely appalled by his character.